But then, face to face, now I know it bought. But then shall I know fully?
Hi, I'm Jason Deford. I'm the writer-director of The Great Abyss. First of all, this film began with a leftover set from a film that I edited that's now on Dust's YouTube channel called Outer Reaches, directed by Carl Redkin. That set was done with and they were going to toss it out, and I said, well, I'll hold on to it for a bit. And much to the chagrin of my wife, I kept it in the garage for about a year. I had the seed of an idea based on that particular set piece to create a story about a man lost in space with no one to talk to except the ship's onboard AI. And of course that was also seeded by my own fears and insecurities about AI and the future of film and art and literature. So I got together with a good friend, Ras-Samuel, and also Jenkins, to discuss an idea of what we might do, and came together with a rough script, and then we did a bit of a kind of impromptu rehearsal filming, and then eventually I went away, thought about it some more, and then I was walking in a park listening to a soundtrack from Kyle Preston, and really great composer, look him up. He's composed a few songs for our different films, including Gold from the Sky. So yeah, I was listening to his music, and suddenly I had kind of flashes of images of the story and how it should begin, how it should end, and it all kind of started to make sense. And then I had a bit of a grand idea about how it would all come together, and I don't think I quite got there, but we did our best. We also brought in Alessandra Merlot, amazing actress who played the part of Xenia, the ship's onboard AI. And yeah, we shot it in about 3 days. It was a bit grueling in the garage for many hours. But at least we had one scene that was outside. No, 2 scenes that were outside, which was a breath of fresh air. And one of the things that I really liked about the film was that it was always contained inside of the ship, and then suddenly, once the main character's consciousness is downloaded, he's suddenly brought into a kind of a digital universe, which it's a simulation of our world. So the space opens up and they're standing on the shorelines, kind of on the brink of the end of the world. So it's a crazy, wacky short film. Our combined talents, Stephen Jenkins with your lighting skills and your amazing ideas and moral support, and Ras-Samuel as well, had lots of ideas to bring to the table, and the way that he was able to bring the emotions of the character to life, and really own the character, and even add some of his own lines to it, I think.
Face to face, now I know it bought. But then shall I know fully?
Yeah, and Alessandra Merlot, she did an amazing job. Of course, the only reason I could even think about doing this short film is because of my good friend Nippon at Nippon Studios in Thailand.
สวัสดีครับ Hi, my name is Nipan Jajaranporn, and I'm a visual effects leader artist for this film, The Great Abyss. It was a very fun project. I mean, first of all, Jason approached me because he's doing some sort of filming of some things that he said, like, doing a spaceship and things like that, sci-fi-ish kinda. And he said like he has only like few shots, like some of the blue screen or something like that, of that sort. And I was thinking like, all right, fine, I'm all in, because like I always find the way, time, opportunity to collaborate with the others, especially for a talented artist. And this particularly is my best friend, Jason. And he was approaching this and that, as he lay down together as what he has filmed it already. I can do it on After Effects later.
Can you increase my muscles now?
Sure. And then I looked at it, and of course, like, oh wow, this is looking good. And he sent me the first draft, and I take a look at it, and then it was like very kind of dramatic, very melancholia-ish kind of. And it was strike me at first, it was like, all right, at least it has a good potential to it. So then when I first dig deep into it, me and my team, of course, we're trying to working on it. There are a lot of ideas come into play, and I was like, I come up with the shot with this and that. Of course, there are not much that can be done, because like most of the thing that's already been filmed, and Jason already wrapped up the production shoot, and I was trying to find a way to make it seem with the visual effects that we create, especially for those visual effect shots that like 100% CGI, because those are the things that can convey and tell another aspect of the story through the visuals. For example, like the ring, the ring shot where it's floating.
Fragments of the ineffable, refracted light beyond reach of the void.
Things like that. Those are the things that we added on later, and then we're trying to put it on the edit process, and then to show Jason is like, oh, this could work, and you must use it, and he did use it though.
Knowing an amazing visual effects artist like Nippon gives me the ability to imagine amazing things. I bring that to him, and he puts it together and makes something really spectacular. Nippon himself was coming up with different ideas. He came up with different shots. He even made a couple of shots and said, hey, put that in there. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, why not? And it actually worked quite perfectly. Added a lot to the story and to the visual aesthetic of the film. And of course, him and his team did an amazing job.
Some of the exteriors or something like that, even though they're floating out there in the back of the mind of Jason's, but at the same time I kind of want to put together like how visually it's going to play out. And some of the shots they're not even in the original script, but then we added onto it, which I think it is kind of tell another good aspect of the story as well, because otherwise we going to just stick into just inside the interiors of the hut or the spaceship or whatever, and we're thinking of like this could be another good way to tell a good story through the visual effects, and it's played out very well. I suppose so.
Human settlement will be essential for her future.
So the way that me and Jason working is he give me some sort of reference, photo reference that could be used. I'm gonna be straightforward. It's Midjourney. He creates some sort of AI through Midjourney to create some sort of environments or some of the exteriors shot of the spaceships or the space itself. Of course, we use some other assets as well to put together the scene. He did that. So I just took that and of course use visual effects, through After Effects software to create some sort of like the movement, either the movement or what do you call it? Kind of 3D looking kinda, so it's not like a flat plane card or something like that. So that's how we did it. Some of the stuff, yes, we did use some of the 3D assets, to create some sort of dynamic and dimension to it, especially for those asteroids or the things that floating around when the thing that gets sucked in the black hole and things like that. Ooh, spoiler alert. So that's pretty much it I can say. But that's how we do it. Of course, we collaborate with our teams. Like, okay, you do this particular shot of the green screen and this one, or the blue screen, or this one kind of rotoscope on this one, and then I will be the one who do a final compositing. So that's how the process we go through for the visual effects department.
And we won the Best Visual Effects Award at the AFIN International Film Festival, which is amazing. Really it's a testament to the quality of the work that Nippon and his team have done and can do. And we thank AFIN International Film Festival and everyone involved there. It's truly an honor. We're also grateful for the nominations that we received for the film, Best Australian Film and Best Australian Actor.
And of course, for the AFIN Film Festival, it was like very interesting because even though we have submit our film in the past before, and yes, we did won 2 of them in visual effects categories, we didn't even expecting much because first of all, this project is, you could kind of call it's not much of the budget project because we just we like to do it, then we just do it, and therefore we even though not to say like we didn't put an effort into it, but we didn't expecting anything to come out of it in terms of profits or anything in return besides just entertaining people or viewers. But then of course when the announced, it was very happy. We very happy and shocked at the same time because of course, for other nominees that in this visual effects categories, they are very good looking as well. And at the same time, because we haven't seen the whole each individual film yet, so it would be very difficult for us to judge by what we just perceive, and that's kind of give us nah, if we don't get anything, then it is fine, but good thing is, yes, we did, we did won a Best Visual Effects Award from AFN Film Festival, even though we did get nominated for other category as well, even though we didn't made it. But at the same time, I think we did a great job in terms of the whole film, not just for the visual effects. And I think this is another moment that it was profound at the same time. We starting this project with very small budget, didn't aim much of it, but then it turned out to be a very good success at some degree, at some level. I'm not gonna say it's a huge splash or anything, but I think this is a very good stuff. And of course I have to thanks to my team and my crew, even though we're not a lot, but we're doing our best to pull it off, and I think we did it. We nailed it. And of course, thanks to Jason Deford as a film director for this film as well, because he gave a lot of opportunities and open-minded for us to input a lot of stuff into it. Even though there has been a lot of sections and shots that we created but end up not using it because we didn't feel like it has a good tones, or it's not pretty enough, let's put it that way. So what you see there in the film, it was the best that we could do so far as what we've been given. And of course, thanks to every cast and crew behind the scene as well. Even though I was here in Thailand, I wasn't there one day on the production shoot, but I can see a lot of effort that put into it, even though we have a small crew and team. and I think we did our best to pull it off, and it was very great.
One of my main takeaways from this film is how important the process of collaborating with others is, from working with Ras-Samuel and Jenkins on the initial ideas, being inspired by other people's art like Carl Preston, and then collaborating again with talented people like visual effects artists who catch a vision for the story and the visual style and the feel of the film and add their own contributions to make something that is better than any one person could have had come up with on their own. So yeah, I'm really grateful for everyone who was involved and grateful to be a part of this work.
At last, so if you are interested of watching this film, The Great Abyss, and other art content, there would be the website that we will streaming these videos and contents as well. So there will be a short film, some sort of documentaries, and feature film as well. So Prison. So you can check those out. And I would like to thank you for watching these videos and what. And if you have any comments or suggestions, you can leave it down below the comment sections. So thank you. สวัสดีครับ
Then I will not leave them to not eject!